continuing our week of Dragon Ball games, I'm gonna play... What game am I gonna play? Alright, I'll play this one, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22. You remember this game? Nope. Neither do I, so... To start off, one reason might be that this is a terrible PlayStation game. Even games on the Super Famicom blow this out of the water. What is it about this game that makes it bad? Well, it just straight out lacks one of the most important things that a DBZ game, or hell for that matter, any game should have. Content. Just think of any DBZ game and think of all the things that you love about it. The fighting, the characters, the customization, the unique gameplay mechanics and story modes. Take all of that and just forget about its existence while you're playing this game. There is only 5 game modes in this game, if you can even consider them individual game modes. But I will talk about each one and the extent of what you can do in them. And trust me, there's not much. First off the menu options is Player 1 versus the computer. One player mode, obviously. This is your standard game mode where you challenge the 22 characters of the game. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat, nothing too expansive, just your normal game mode. And next up is Player 1 versus Player 2, where you can play against your friend. Not really much to say about these modes. You just fight against your friend as your favorite DBZ character. But now, the Championship Mode. Ah yes, anyone who's a true Dragon Ball fan knows about the World Martial Arts Tournament. Some of the greatest moments in Dragon Ball took place in this tournament, which put us on the edge of our seats every episode. So in this mode, as it would imply, is a 16-man tournament, where you can play up to 8 players! But I'm gonna play alone, so I'll just start a one-man tourney. Or I'm still gonna have to control 8 characters. Are you kidding me? They couldn't program this better? This mode turns out to be a huge disappointment. No matter what, you have to have 2 controllers to play this mode. Because depending on what controller slot your character falls in, you need to have that controller plugged in to play as him or her. So if you have under 8 players, you may just want to stick to playing 1 player versus 2 player. It's not like you could get 7 other people to play this game anyway, let alone having the motivation to put this game in your PlayStation and powering this shit on. Now, the only reason you might actually want to see the tourney mode is to see the tournament announcer yell things at you. In Japanese. Yeah, they didn't even dub it. Hell, they didn't even sub this game. How could you localize this game and not even sub this for the American fan base? I'm sure some of you out there can understand Japanese, but no dice for me. Alright, I know I just went off on a tangent there, and on one game mode no less, but this game has very, very vaguely changed anything about its game mode so far. And really, the announcer is the only addition to the tourney mode. And it's more of a hindrance than nostalgia, because all he does is announce who's fighting next. And if not being unable to skip this little cutscene wasn't annoying enough, but right afterwards you also have to sit through a load screen, which, let me tell you, anytime you want to play this game, you will have to sit through loads and loads and loads and loads of loading screens. Before the title screen loads up, a loading screen. Before you go to a battle stage, loading screen, and finishing a round goes to yet another loading screen. And having the announcer and attorneys just adds to the wait time. Okay, I got my point across now. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. Alright, on to the next game mode. If you can call it that. Actually, the next and last 2 modes go loosely hand in hand with one another. We got build up and build up battle. Okay, once again, these modes barely count as a new mode. It's basically player 1 versus the computer for build up, and player 1 versus player 2 for build up battle. But it's with skill levels! You could train your favorite character in build up mode to strengthen your attacks and toughen your defenses, and as according to the instruction booklet, also improve your fighting techniques, which you can save your progress to a memory card so as to battle your friends' trained characters for an ultimate battle. Still, very lame battle. Although they did use this skill level idea in future games in more of an RPG style than just skill levels. Well, after all that, let's talk about what I think is the most important part about a game. Its gameplay. All of the characters in this game play almost exactly alike. A few combos differ from character to character, and of course their finishing move names. But oh yes, if there's anything that's a huge staple to the Dragon Ball series, it's always been the devastating finishing attacks. Nothing feels more exhilarating than to unleash a massive Kamehameha wave, or to do a destructive final flash. Now let's see what kind of awesome attacks we got going here. My levels are pissed off right now. They're over a lot. This is just miserable. Everyone has the same animation for their special attacks, just a large ki blast. That's what it looks like. That's why I only said the moves' names were different. They technically are all the same move with a change in name and maybe the angle that the attack is launched at. It even says on the bullet points on the back of the case, distinct fighting moves for each DBZ combatant. Not at all. In fact, all of these bullet points on here are lies. I've been playing this game and have yet to find out a way to unlock these 5 hidden characters. Let me check out the instruction manual. Maybe there's a hint or something on how to do it. They just give you the code in the book! Why? Why even separate the characters from being accessible from the get-go? If you don't have to challenge the game to unlock them, or for that matter, do nothing besides punching in a code, why? I don't understand why this is a thing. It doesn't make sense. The other characters don't even add anything to the game. It's just the poorest and thinnest attempt to add any variety to this game's character list. But here's the kicker. This game was originally released on PlayStation in Japan July 28, 1995, and in Europe July 1996. But here in the States, we got it 8 years later. Yeah, March 25th, 2003. Dragon Ball Z Budokai on the PS2 was already released about 4 months before this game in November 2002. Even when you open up this game's jewel case, it shows you Budokai right on the back of the manual, basically saying, thanks for the money, you should have just bought this game. To wrap it up, this game has nothing to offer you. All the changes of the modes are so transparent you can't even tell. The characters are poorly designed and relatively play all the same, with no seemingly variation in health, defenses, or anything else in battle. The load screens are just a joke, and again, just straight out lack of content just kills this game beyond any remote possibility of saving it.